students, now you have an idea about reflection and mirrors. In last class we studied there are two types of mirrors, plane mirrors and spherical mirrors. Now you can see one spoon in my hand. Here you can see on curved shape now. Here you can see two surfaces there like a mirror. Here you can see one is curved inwards and the other one is curved outwards. You know, in case of a mirror, one surface is highly polished. So, if the surface which is curved inwards is highly polished, one type of mirror there, and like that one surface is curved outwards. If that is the reflecting surface, if that is the highly polished surface, we can call that in another name. Here you can see two types of mirrors. Here it is written as reflecting surface curved outwards. Here you can see here the reflecting surface is curved outwards, and in this case the reflecting surface is curved inwards. Highly polished surface is curved outwards. In this case highly polished surface is curved inwards. You can see that here. So we can classify the spherical mirrors into two. First one is convex mirror and the second one is concave mirror. So in this case you know a mirror means one surface is highly polished and that is the reflecting surface. If that reflecting surface is curved outwards, we can call them as convex mirrors, and if the reflecting surface is curved inwards, we can call them as concave mirrors. Now we have to learn about some important terms related to the spherical mirrors. Here you can see one point is marked here. Here you can see the letter P here. This is the center of this convex mirror. This is the center of reflecting surface of that mirror. We can call this point as pole. In this case concave mirror also you can see a point there that is denoted by the letter P. This is the center of this concave mirror. So what is a pole? Pole is a point that is the center of the mirror. Here you can see that point is a part of this mirror. Students, listen here. Here also you can see a curved surface which is curved inwards and on another surface that is curved outwards like your spoon. Here you can see if this is the reflecting surface, you have to consider this as a mirror, and this is the reflecting surface which is curved inwards, we can call this as a concave mirror like this. Here, if this is the surface which is curved outwards, that is the polished surface or that is the reflecting surface, we can call this as a convex mirror. Now you know this. Here you can see, if you are imagining, you can see this is a part of a sphere. Now you can see, here you can see one black color thing. Now can you see a sphere here? Can you see? Now this white color, that only I have shown as that curved surface. Here you can see that white surface is the part of a sphere. So we can say for this curved part also a center there. What is that center? We can say no, that is the center of the sphere. Now look at here. You can see concave mirror, its reflecting surface is curved inwards, and here you can see a point there P, that is the pole of the mirror, and here you can see on pink color there, that is the mirror, and blue color dotted lines you can see here now. So from this you can see a shape of circle. I can't draw a sphere here. Why means that is three-dimensional shape. Two-dimensional shape only we can draw in a plane. So from this you can understand this mirror is a part of circle in this board. But actually that mirror is the part of a sphere. So the center of that circle you can see in this. So here you can see this white color you have to consider as a mirror. This is curved inwards like this concave mirror. Now you can see that is a part of sphere. So the center of the sphere. Here you can see that center is denoted as C here. We can call this C as center of curvature. Center of curvature of this concave mirror. Then there is a distance between this P and C, that is joined by a line segment, we can call this distance as radius of curvature. You know the radius, that only here also. So P is the pole, center of the mirror, C is the center of curvature. The distance between C and P is the radius of curvature. In this case of convex mirror, the same. Here you can see the reflecting surface is curved outwards, that is a part of a sphere. That here you can see circle only. Why means that is two-dimensional. Here you can see C is the center of curvature, P is the pole, and the distance between P and C, that is denoted by the letter R, that is the radius of curvature, radius of that sphere. So concave mirror and convex mirror, center of that mirror is pole, center of that sphere which is a part of that mirror, that is the center of curvature. Here also see center of curvature, the distance between P and C is radius of curvature. Here you can see a straight line that is passing through these 2 points C and P. We can call this line as principal axis. So principal axis is the imaginary line passing through center of curvature and the pole. In this case of the concave mirror, you can see this is the principal axis. In case of this convex mirror, this is the principal axis. Okay children, we can use a concave mirror to burn paper with sunlight. How can we use that concave mirror? That only we are going to study now. If you are using a concave mirror to concentrate the sun rays in a paper, there you can see ignition temperature you studied now. You can increase the ignition temperature of that paper, and if that paper is achieving that, the paper will start burning. How is that happening here? You can see one concave mirror is here and P is the center of the mirror, and we can call that as pole, and here you can see center of curvature. Then here you are going to consider the object is at infinity. We can consider sun as the object here. So if you are considering that object is at infinity, the rays will be parallel. So here you can consider the ray which is parallel to the principal axis. After reflection from the mirror, the reflecting ray will pass through a point in the principal axis. Like that, you can consider one another ray which is parallel to the principal axis. You can see after reflection, the ray will pass through the same point on the principal axis. Now from this you can see these two reflected rays are passing through the same point. So here we can use a word converge. You can see these two reflecting rays are converging at a point on the principal axis. So we can call that point as principal focus, and that is denoted by the letter F. So here we are considering an object at infinity, then the two rays which are parallel to the principal axis, after reflection, the first ray that is passing through a point on the principal axis, like that here also the ray is passing through the principal focus. Here you can see that point is on the principal axis. So here we can say the reflected rays are converging at a point. Like that you can focus all the sun rays to a point. Here I use the word focus, that only we can give for this point also. That point is called focus. So how can we define this principal focus? In case of a concave mirror, the rays which are parallel to the principal axis, after reflection converging to a point on the principal axis, we can call that point as principal focus, and that is denoted by the letter F. Here we are discussing about concave mirror now. Listen here, this is the reflecting surface. Here the reflecting surface is curved inwards. You can see in case of this concave mirror, that principal focus is in front of that mirror. Okay. Here in case of concave mirror, the principal focus is in front of that mirror, in front of that reflecting surface. So you know the distance between C and P we can call as radius of curvature. Like that, the distance between principal focus and pole we can call as focal length, and that is denoted by the letter F. Small letter F for focal length and capital F for focus. Listen children, here you can see a convex mirror. Then, if the sun rays are falling on this, the parallel rays are falling on this, what will happen? You can see, here also we are considering that object is at the infinity and the ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Here this is the incident light that is parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, what will happen to the ray? The ray will reflect from the reflecting surface. If you are extending this ray, you can see that is directing towards a point on the principal axis. Like that, we can consider one more ray. By saying about this one ray, we can't say anything. That's why you have to consider one more ray. You can see another one ray which is also parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, that will reflect from the mirror. Here also, if you are extending this, you can see that is directing towards the point on the principal axis. Here you can see that is the same point as that first ray. Here we can say this point as the principal focus of the convex mirror. Okay children, so here the rays which are parallel to the principal axis, after reflection, what is happening here? These rays are reflecting from the surface, and here you can see that reflected rays are coming from a point. Actually, they are not coming from a point. You have to think, you have to consider appear to come from a point on the principal axis, and that point is called principal focus in case of convex mirror. Okay children, here you can see this is the reflecting surface. Rays are coming from here. You can see the principal focus at the other side. That means in case of this convex mirror, principal focus is behind the mirror. I told you in case of concave mirror, that is in front of the mirror, and in case of convex mirror, that is behind the mirror. Here you can see two mirrors. This is concave mirror and this is convex mirror. Here you can see two letters now, M, N, and you can see one red color line that is joining these 2 points M and N. That is the diameter of the reflecting surface. We can call that as aperture. In case of this convex mirror also, you can see one red line segment there that is joining M and N. That is the diameter of the reflecting surface, and we can call that as aperture. Okay children, listen here. I have to say one more thing about the principal focus of a concave mirror and that of a convex mirror. Here you can see the rays are converging at a point on the principal focus. We studied about two types of images now, real images and virtual images. In case of real image, you know there that two reflecting rays are intersecting at a point. They are actually meeting at a point. That is happening in case of this concave mirror. So we can call this principal focus as real focus. Principal focus of a concave mirror is real focus. Then in case of this convex mirror, here you can see the rays are reflecting from the convex mirror, but these two rays are not intersecting at this side. Here you can see these rays are extending backwards. That way you can see these rays are coming from a point on the principal axis. That only principal focus. So here they are not actually intersecting, appear to come from a point on the principal focus. So here we can say this principal focus as virtual focus. Here you can see a concave mirror. This is pole, center of the mirror. This is principal focus. This is center of curvature. You know the distance between center of curvature and pole is called radius of curvature, and the distance between pole and the principal focus is called focal length. Now we can connect. This is the relation between radius of curvature and the principal focus. Radius of curvature is twice the focal length. Here CP, there know that CP is R, radius of curvature. FP is the focal length. Okay, so radius of curvature is equal to 2 times the focal length. So from this we can say the CF will be equal to FP. The distance between center of curvature and the principal focus is equal to the distance between pole and the focus. For doing problems we need this relation. So R is equal to 2F. Radius of curvature is equal to twice the focal length in case of these spherical mirrors. Now we studied the important terms related to the spherical mirrors. In the next class we can learn about image formation by concave mirrors.